One of my favorite chats of the year is with Daniel Jeremiah of NFL Network. Here at the Combine, DJ, two positions I want to focus on with you. Let's start with the edge rushers. A number of guys, starting with Nick Bosa. Where do you have them ranked, and what's the gap between them?
Sure. I mean, to me, the top three guys, not a lot of separation there. When you look at the very top for me, it's Nick Bosa, who I know people are going to look and say, okay, well, has the injury? How much has he played? Did he even start some? Forget it. I've seen him play live in person. I went to the Cotton Bowl against USC. I saw the skill set that he possesses. I get a chance to watch his brother each and every week, doing the Charger games. So there is a lot of similarity in their games. I think he's somebody that can jump right into the NFL with his combination of power, hand moves, and just natural instincts. He's going to be a double-digit sack guy early and often in his career. So he's at the top for me. Quinnen Williams, when you look at him, coming out of Alabama, again, another kind of one-year guy, which there are a bunch of in this draft, but just dominant. Every single game that you watched, even in the Clemson game, where I heard people talk about, he wasn't as good, and they got clobbered by Clemson. I didn't see it. I went back and watched the tape, and I'm seeing, okay, he's got, 3 tackles for loss, 3 pressures in the first half. He's just disruptive. They're doubling him. They're game planning away from him to get away from him. So he's going to be a dominating inside presence. And then Josh Allen from Kentucky, just the speed and the ability to bend as a rusher is special. And then what I love is his ability even in coverage. So we see so many athletic tight ends. You see one each and every week with the 49ers. But having somebody that can match up with those tight ends, what a bonus. I mean, you can see him against Texas A&M. Sternberger, their tight end, who's probably going to go in the 2nd or 3rd round. He's running a corner route about the 25-yard line in, and Josh Allen mirrors him, boop, just bats the ball away. I mean, he's a special player.
All right, and then from those 3, let's say there is a trade market at 2, and the 49ers decide they have enough holes to fill, and they want the offer they can't refuse, so they move down a little bit. Then what's the drop-off for guys like Polite, Gary, Farrell, Sweat? I mean, there's a number of other guys who should be first-round prospects as well.
Yeah, when you're talking just those edge guys, I think there is a little bit of a gap. Those first 3 guys, 2 of them being edge rushers with Bosa and Allen, to me, there's a little bit of a gap after that. Sweat is going to run his way into that conversation because everything I've been told, he might run in the 4.4s out here. So you've got 6'6", 250 pounds with ridiculous measurements. So you also look at what he did at the Senior Bowl, had a good week down there. So everything keeps climbing up. He's trying to enter in that conversation, but for me, there's still a little bit of a gap between Josh Allen and him.
And then looking at wide receivers, probably the 2nd pick is too rich for any of the wide receivers in this year's class. But looking at the 2nd round, top of the 2nd round, top of the 3rd round, into day 2. And so what are some guys there that you think might still be on the board and might be good fits in San Francisco?
Yeah, I like Ridley, from Georgia, who all those guys at Georgia, you can look at them and the knock is where's the production because there's limited production. There's too many mouths to feed. They've got multiple running backs. They've got a tight end here. They've got all these wide receivers. I think they have 3 wide receivers here. But Ridley, to me, he's not as explosive as his older brother, but he is a phenomenal route runner, and I think he would fit in beautifully into that system. So he'd be one I'd keep an eye on. It's all about flavors. What do you want? If you want the speed guys, you've got Paris Campbell, you've got Mecole Hardman that can just fly. But I think Pettis can kind of handle that role. So I'd be looking more for a little bit of a bigger guy that's more of a route runner. That's why I would go to Georgia.
DJ, thanks so much, man.
No problem.